Recently, I was in Uganda, East Africa, and we were just driving along, and all of a sudden I heard the Lord say, "Look." And then I look out the window and boom, I see all these little blue tarps on the side of this mountain. And I asked, "What is that?" And they said, "It's a refugee camp for people who have been displaced by the terrible flooding that has come in." Now, look, you can imagine that the poor people are the people that are displaced because they live in the worst parts and they live in the flood zones. And then whenever the terrible floods come, they lose a lot of lives, they lose family, they lose their homes, they lose everything. Well, the Ugandan government actually gives them land, and then they give them blue tarps and they say, "You're welcome to build something here." But of course, they have to come up with all that. We went and bought several $1,000s worth of groceries, and we took it there. We went from tent to tent, talking to people, meeting people, seeing beautiful smiling faces, beautiful little boys and little girls, people wondering, what in the world are these people doing? Who are they? And we were like, Jesus has arrived. Today, the kingdom has come to your house. And then the chief there began to ask me, "Hey, would you please build a school here? Could you please build a church here?" Then we talked to a doctor and said, "We want to do a medical clinic. Look, these people have nothing." He said, "Come here, I want to show you something." He gathered up all of the 12 and 13 and 14-year-old girls that he could find. Every single one of them had a child. Why? Because they're vulnerable, because they're unprotected, and because they need the body of Jesus to stand up and to be the hands and feet of King Jesus. Friends, I want to tell you, we did that. We made some huge commitments. We put down a lot of earnest, if you can imagine, in putting together food outreaches and a weekly thing there. We are already brought in school teachers that are going to start teaching them even before we get the building up. Friends, I want to encourage you to get into the fight. Simply go to odx.tv and help me rescue thousands and thousands of more people.